Welcome to the Health Reflections podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the world of anti-cancer living and empowering you to take control of your health. I'm Finola, your host and guide on this transformative journey towards a vibrant and resilient life. Join me for solo episodes and conversations with wonderful guests. I am beyond excited that you're here, so let's dive in. Hello everyone, I really hope that you're all doing great. And welcome to another episode of the Health Reflections podcast. I feel like it has been a long time since I last recorded, so it's feeling good to be, back behind the mic talking to you. I don't know if you know, maybe the ones following me here on YouTube do know, but maybe the ones that follow the podcast on audio only do not know. A lot has happened. That is why I have found it quite it was quite a struggle to try and create a podcast episode every week, as I wish I will be able to one day without failing. I really don't want to use the word failing, but yes. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best from now on. But to be honest, I'm just going to go with the flow. If I manage to have a podcast ready for you every week, great. If then a week I'm missing, I am truly sorry. But I'm in my final year of my PhD. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. It's a lot of work. It's quite intense. So there may be weeks that I can manage everything, and there might be weeks where it's just not possible. So bear with me. Also, I have been diagnosed with Lyme disease, and I'm very tired. And I don't know if you know what this is, but Lyme disease is caused by a bacteria. The name is Borrelia bacteria, and normally you get it by a tick bite. In my case, it's quite weird because I haven't really seen the tick bite. So talking with some friends that also had this happen to them, some doctors told them that it was actually a mosquito. Like there's a new mosquito I don't know if it's a new mosquito, but like there's a mosquito in Europe that is carrying this bacteria. So yeah, it's good on the one hand because I know what happened. I know why I have been sick and tired for so many months. Like I have been feeling like this since March. So at least I know what is happening. But on the other hand, it's a process, to accept that you have a disease, accept the treatment, get your body ready. The treatment is quite aggressive. So it's just, a process and adapting. So I don't want to dive into a lot, but as you can see, a lot is happening and there's only too much one person can handle. Also, I want to apologize for background noise. It's extremely hot, which is also very weird. Normally by this time in Brussels, like you can actually feel autumn almost here. Like today's the 2nd of September, the day that I'm recording this. And it's boiling hot. So I've got my window open. I've got the door of my terrace open. I'm just trying to create a draft because if not, I'm going to melt here. So yeah, I'm really sorry for that background noise. And also, I'm taking care of a little cutie doggy, and she's very happy that I'm back home. So she's just like playing and running around, and I'm just gonna let her be. I'm not gonna tell her to stop it and stay quiet. So if you hear that, that's her. Okay, so as I mentioned, today is 2nd of September, and we're still in summer, but September is when autumn arrives. So I want to take this day to talk about seasonal changes, and I want to focus on the transition from summer to autumn. So now autumn is going to gently take over summer. And I don't know if you feel resonated with this, but for me and for a lot of people out there, autumn is just a time to reflect, to slow down, and to adapt. Even though for me it's a very magical moment, I know that a seasonal transition from summer to autumn can bring out a few challenges for our minds, for our bodies, just for our overall wellness. So I don't know how you experience this, but for me, I know a lot of people out there, as soon as September comes, they're in full fall mode, full autumn mode. They're already decorating their homes. They're already in the sweater mood, sweater weather. And for me, it's not quite like that. First of all, I like being present in the moment. I think it's something really precious to trying to be present in the moment and enjoy the season as it is. And September arrives, I'm sorry, but it's still summer. Autumn arrives the 21st of September, if I'm not mistaken. 21st, 22nd. So I would rather live September as what it is, a transition, rather jumping into autumn the 1st of September. And I have to say that sometimes it's very hard because autumn is my favorite time of the year. I absolutely love autumn. I cannot wait to start watching Gilmore Girls again. I cannot wait to put my house full of pumpkins and, just enjoy this season. It's my favorite. Also, Halloween, I'm just really excited about it. But I don't want to rush into it because sometimes it can happen that when we rush into themes, then we get fed up of that sooner. And I don't want to feel like that. Also, it's not good for our mental health. I know a lot of people will not think this. I know a lot of people will say, I love autumn. I want to start autumn as soon as September arrives. And it's good for my mental health. But when you rush into things, when you're not present in the moment, it can have an impact on your mental health. So yeah, I want to talk about how we can maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle while embracing the seasonal shift. So the first thing that I want to talk about is our circadian rhythm. As daylight hours start to shorten and the temperatures cool down, our bodies start experiencing changes in our circadian rhythm, which is our internal biological clock. And this biological clock that we have regulates everything from sleep-wake cycle to hormone production and even metabolism. You may have noticed that you have started to feel a little bit more tired or maybe a little bit down. This might depend on where in the planet you are. And this is because less sunlight leads to a drop in serotonin, the feel-good hormone that helps us regulate our mood. At the same time, the reduction of sunlight can lead to reduction of vitamin D in our bodies, which is crucial for our immune function, bone health, and mood regulation. So this is why you also may experience what we call autumn blues or even seasonal affective disorder in some extreme cases. But let's not just worry about this. There's a few things that we can do in order to make this transition easier, keeping our energy high and our spirits lifted. Now, the next thing that I want to talk is about seasonal foods. I know this is quite hard to follow, but actually one of the simplest ways to align with the season that is arriving is to adapt to the foods. So in this case, we can embrace the abundance of autumn's harvest. Autumn gives us the opportunity to enjoy rich, nutrient-dense foods that not only taste amazing, but also provide our bodies with antioxidants and vitamins we need in order to support our immune system as the weather cools down. Foods like pumpkins, butternut squash, sweet potatoes, and carrots are packed with beta-carotene, which our bodies will turn into vitamin A. Vitamin A is vital for our immune function and our bone health. Dark leafy greens like kale, spinach, and Swiss chard are fantastic sources of vitamin C, vitamin K, iron, and magnesium, all of which are super important for maintaining our energy levels and preventing the fatigue that often accompanies the shorter days. Now, with this season, we have some special spices also. Cinnamon, ginger, turmeric. Not only do they add a comforting touch to our meals, but they also have powerful anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties. Maybe you can add a sprinkle of cinnamon on your coffee, your chai latte, or maybe turmeric to a warming soup. These little additions can really make a big difference. Okay, the next thing that I would like to talk today is about moving with intention. I don't know about you, but as the days get shorter and as the days get cooler, my motivation to stay active starts to decrease. But staying active is crucial to maintaining our energy levels, boosting our mood, and supporting our overall health. So maybe here we can think about seasonal exercises and maybe adjusting our routine so we adapt to the new season. Of course, again, this is going to depend where you're in the planet, but sometimes autumn, mainly the beginning of autumn, is not that cold. So you can still go for outdoor activities like walking, hiking, or even maybe a bike ride through your local park. The good thing about this type of activities is that they are not only going to help to keep you active and strengthen your body, but it's also a way to immerse yourself in the beauty of autumn. See how the colors of the leaves are changing, see how they fall down. And when you see these changes and these leaves falling down, you can really see what autumn symbolizes, which is letting go of what no longer serves you and making room for new things that you want in your life. Another thing that I would recommend so much is yoga. The reason for this is because yoga is perfect for aligning our bodies to the slower pace that comes with autumn, providing with flexibility, strength, and mental clarity. And please don't forget that yoga also helps to reduce stress and keep your immune system strong. The next thing that I would like to move on in today's episode is to embrace the longer nights. So we're shifting from long days and short nights to short days and long nights. And with this shift, our body naturally craves more rest. So this is a great moment to maybe adapt your sleep routine. Maybe you want to adapt at what time you're going to sleep and at what time you're waking up. So maybe you can start your evening routine, this moment where you come back home from work or whatever you were, and wind down. You can wind down earlier in the evening, dim the lights, turn off the screens, maybe turn on some candles, put on some aromatherapy around your home. This is something that I'm working on, and if you have been following me for a while, you already know this. I have a very bad habit. I'm scared of the dark. And since many years ago, I built this bad habit of going to sleep with my iPad. I put a TV show that I have watched 1,000 times. I know it by heart, so I'm not going to pay any attention to it. I just put the brightness of the screen to the minimum, the volume to the minimum that I can hear, and I just let it, there. And I watch it, but I'm not watching it, so I'm like falling asleep with it. It's just to distract my mind of the possible noises that can occur in my apartment. It's such a bad habit, but I get really scared. Like, I hear a noise and I start to panic. So this is something that I'm working on. I'm trying to slowly change things. You cannot pretend to give up a habit that has been with you for years in one night. I mean, maybe you can. I cannot. So I'm trying to change these things by maybe instead of carrying my iPad with me, reading my book. So yeah, I was saying this because it's really important to try and detach from screens, from the blue light, at least 1 hour before going to bed so that you can actually get quality sleep. Because sleep is not just about quantity, it's also about quality. It doesn't matter if you tell me that you have been sleeping for 9 hours, if every 30 minutes or every hour you have been waking up. That's not good sleep. Ensuring that you get good restorative sleep will help regulate your hormones, including cortisol, the stress hormone. A good night's sleep is not only necessary for the hormone regulation, but also for our immune function, because it helps our body to repair and rejuvenate itself. Something that may help you with this could be magnesium supplements. I have magnesium supplements, or also you can have different herbal teas before bedtime, like chamomile or valerian root. This can help you drift off easier and wake up feeling refreshed, ready to embrace the new day. Now, I would like to talk about mental health, specifically mindfulness and reflection. Autumn is seen as a time of reflection. As I mentioned before, it's a time to slow down and look inward. It's the perfect time to practice mindfulness and connect with yourself. This could be done through meditation, which is actually going to help you to reduce stress and anxiety, or maybe you prefer journaling, where you can express your thoughts, Write your feelings, try to understand where they're coming from, set intentions, and let go of what no longer serves you. Spending time in nature, like for example, just a small walk, can also do wonders for your mental health. There's a Japanese practice, it's always really hard for me to pronounce, but it's Shinrin Yoku. I don't know if I pronounced it well, but it means forest bathing. So it's all about immersing yourself in nature to boost your mood and reduce stress. The act of being present in nature can make you feel more connected, calm, and grounded. And I think this is perfect for those days where autumn blues try to creep in. Also, if you're feeling a little bit more introspective, you can use this time to assess your personal goals. Normally for this, me personally, I wait. I mean, I take the time to do a little autumn reset and, a little reset to get back on track. But the intense reflection and, assessing my goals happens in November, which for me is still autumn. And I like to do it in November because it gives me kind of a head start to when the new year is going to come. So by the new year, I am already working towards those goals. So there's a little tiny autumn reset with a little bit of reflection, transitioning into autumn. Here I'm looking more towards my health and how my body is adjusting and my routines. And then in November, I love to do a huge year life reset using autumn, assessing my goals, reflecting about my life and how I want to move forward. But yeah, you do you, whatever feels right. So you can use this time to assess your goals, your wellness routine, and how you want to move forward with the cooler months coming. The next thing that I want to talk about, and of course I'm talking about this, is immune system. You guys know this. If you follow me, you know this. My definition of living a healthy lifestyle is living an anti-cancer lifestyle. And the number one thing to do is help your immune system as much as you can so that it's strong. So, as much as we all, I don't know if all, but I do, and a lot of people also, we love autumn. There's also something bad that comes with autumn, and that is the cold and the flu season. So this is why it's essential to keep your immune system strong. Apart from, of course, eating a nutrient-rich diet, getting enough sleep, you may consider immune-boosting supplements like vitamin D, vitamin C, zinc, and probiotics. This can provide an extra support your body needs to fend off any seasonal bugs. So me, for instance, my favorite brand, and I actually work with them, for probiotics is Seed. So everything that I mentioned in my videos is always left in the description for you guys, just in case you want to check it out. So for me personally, I love the brand Seed for probiotics. And the reason for this is because it has 24 strains of bacteria. And apart from the bacteria, it has prebiotics, which is basically the food to keep the bacteria strong. I love them. Also, in terms of supplements, I think there are a lot of options here. You can take the supplement that has like all-in-one, or you can take, a shake. There's a lot of shakes out there. And you can also choose individualized options. So instead of having one supplement with all of the supplements in it, you can maybe choose a brand that creates a little pouch for you with the different supplements that you want because you have picked them yourself. This is the path that I took. So I use the brand Cure. It offers a test, which I did, so that you get your personalized vitamins and minerals. But what I advise, for me, the best thing to do is that you go take a blood test if you haven't done it in a very long time. Check your immune system, check your vitamins, check your minerals, check if everything is okay, and see what is lacking. And maybe you can better select the supplements that you need. This is how I did it. I'm really happy. I even added supplements that were not really low in my analysis, but I think it's really healthy to have it. Another thing here is to stay hydrated. Even though it's cooler, your body still needs plenty of water. So a very nice way to do this here is by herbal teas. This not only keeps you warm, but it's also going to keep you hydrated. And even better, they're also going to help with your immune system if you choose ingredients like ginger or elderberry. Before we mentioned to keep on moving or, build a slow movement, this is extremely important for our immune system. Regular movement is going to stimulate our lymphatic flow and keep our body's natural detox function ongoing. Okay, another thing that I want to mention with this seasonal shift and to help with the autumn blues, create a cozy home environment. When autumn comes, when the cold comes, we tend to spend more time in our home, which is natural. So creating a cozy, calm environment can really help with our well-being in this period of the year. You can think about adding soft blankets, warm lighting, some candles, and some scents that are, very typical in autumn. You can try with scents like lavender and eucalyptus. Lavender is going to help you relax, and eucalyptus actually helps with colds. You can also consider the power of decluttering. As we move into a new season, a new colder season, you may not need the clothes that you have for summer, so maybe you can put them away, or this is also a good time to see what you no longer wear. Maybe you can sell it or donate it. Again, it's a great time to let go of what no longer serves you. And it just doesn't have to be just with clothes. Anything in your home, anything that you can declutter, anything that no longer serves you is going to help you. A tidy home helps to have a tidy, clean mind, helping you feel more in control and at peace. And finally, stay connected. A lot of us, with the arrival of autumn, we tend to feel more isolated. So you can maybe make an effort to stay connected with your loved ones, with your friends. And again, this is also going to depend on where you are in the world. Like in my case, I live far away from my family. So I try to stay connected with regular phone calls, video calls, and, trying to stay connected. These connections are vital for our mental health, more than we think, and also our emotional health. These type of connections provide support, joy, and a sense of belonging. Now, if you're like me and you're in your own wellness journey, you can also try to connect to people that have your same interests or maybe are going through the same situations as you. This might be harder to find, but I created a community space for this purpose, so that the people that are on their wellness journey can connect with each other, can support each other. You're not alone in this wellness journey. And also, I provide with a lot of wellness worksheets. I'm there to help you, to support you, to inspire you if I can. And yeah, I would love to see that community growing and supporting each other. So yeah, that's it for today's episode. I really hope that you liked it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's it for today's episode of the Health Reflections podcast. If you would like to have more information, you can check out the show notes or go to the podcast section at finolameister.com. I hope this episode was valuable to you and inspired and empowered you into taking action. A reminder that we have a lovely community space called Healthy Life Dreamers, where we share experiences and support each other on this journey. I would love it if you would help me spread the word by leaving a review or sharing the podcast with anyone you think might need it. Thank you so much for being here today. See you in the next one.